everyone. Today I am going to discuss about the fundamentals of Python, the requirements of a Python program, and you can see the topics I have written here which I am going to discuss today, which are required for writing a good program in Python without any error. So let us begin with the Python character set. Python character set is actually a set of valid characters which every language can recognize, which means that in any computer, in any operating system, whatever you are using, whichever computer you are using, the character set must be recognized. The character doesn't change its value in that particular system. A character can be any letter, digit, or any kind of symbol. Python basically follows a Unicode character set, which is a 16-bit character code. And the example of the character set which you can use while writing a program, that can be the letters from A to Z, small a to Z, capital A to Z, the number 0 to 9, some special symbols like curly braces, square bracket, and parenthesis, greater than, less than, equal to, and there are some other, you can say, white spaces, for example a blank space or a tab. So these all are the characters which set which can be used in Python for writing a program. The second topic is tokens. Tokens are actually the individual words, or you can say any particular individual unit in a program is called as a token. It can be in the form of words and a punctuation marks. You can see the example over here. I have written, hello, he said it's necessary to take precautions. Here I have used this double inverted comma, so these, and full stop. So these all are called as the tokens because they are treated as an individual unit in a program. Alright, Python has following tokens which it follows. First one is keyword, identifier, literals, operators, and punctuators. We'll see it one by one. Words are the words that convey a special meaning to the compiler or interpreter. It means they are reserved with a special meaning, and keywords cannot be used as the identifier. For example, you can see here I have written break, class, for, while. The next one is the identifiers. These are the building blocks of the program which are used in different parts of the program like variable, objects, classes, functions, lists, and dictionaries. We have already learned about defining a function, creating a list, and how to assign a value to a variable. So all those are called as the, you can say, parts of the program which can be termed as identifiers. There are different rules of naming and identifiers in the program. The first one is that it can be a combination of any letters, alphabet, small a to Z or a capital A to Z, or it can start with underscore sign as well. The second is that you cannot start the name of the identifier with a digit, and as I have said earlier that keywords cannot be used as the identifier because keywords has a special meaning to the program. Now we cannot use any other special symbol apart from the underscore sign as an identifier, and identifier can be of any length. Now let us look into some example of a valid identifier, that how you can determine that it is a valid or a invalid identifier. Students, let us see the example here of a valid identifier. You can see I have written here my file. So that is a combination of alphabets, small and capital. So that is a valid one. Second one contains a number as well, but it is not starting with a number. That is why it is a valid identifier. Third one starts with an underscore sign. That is also a valid because it is the rule of the identifier that it can start from the underscore sign. Fourth one is the again combination of symbols, letters, and digits. However, only underscore sign I have used. Now invalid one, you can see here that the hyphen sign is used on the first one, data hyphen rec. So that is an invalid symbol. Break is also a keyword. It cannot be used as the identifier. Third one, that it starts with a digit, which is also not the rule of the identifier. And the fourth one, it is containing a dot symbol, which is also not the part of the identifier rule. So this is how you can determine the valid and invalid identifiers. Now we will see what are literals. Literals are the data items that have a fixed value, or you can say the constant values are said to be as literals. There are different kind of literals in Python. First one is a string literals. Second is a numeric literal, then boolean literal, and there is a special literal none. Literals represents the particular character or a group of characters enclosed in a single quote or double quote. And there are different kind of strings also in Python. You can write in a single line string and a multi-line string. A single line string can be written enclosed the character in a single quote or double quote. However, a multi-line string, you can write the string by using a backslash symbol or by using a triple quotation mark at the starting of the character and at the end. Then there is a numeric literal, which is further categorized in three parts: integer literal, floating point, and a complex number. Integer literals contains the whole numbers, a positive or a negative whole numbers without any fractional part. Then there is a floating point literal, which recommends the numbers along with the fractional part. And then there is a complex number. Complex number is represented or in the form of a plus bj, where a represents the real part and b is the imaginary part which is associated with j. Then there is a boolean literal which contains only two values, true and false. Last one is a special literal which contains the none value. So whenever you store the value none in any identifier or variable, you can say, it says that there is no useful information which is stored here. It means there is nothing. But if you will use the print statement to print that value, then it will show you the output as none, but it does not contain anything. Let us see few examples of the different literals. The first one you can see, that is an integer literal. The second is the floating point literal. The third one is a string literal. Fourth one is a complex number, and fifth one is a boolean literal, and the sixth one is a special literal none. Now let us see the variable assignment in Python. As we know that variables are created whenever you assign some value to it. You can assign the value to a variable in two kinds. First one is a single assignment, where you give one value to one variable. Second one is the multiple assignment, where you can assign a single value to multiple variables. Last topic of the day is that basic input output functions. Input and raw input are the functions, or you can say the statement which are used to take the input from the user, and print statement is used to give the output on the screen. So that's all for today, students. You revise these topics for your upcoming exam. If you have any problem, you can text me or you can mail me. Till the time, stay safe, stay home. Thank you so much.